Hi mate, just got the um, 4 PIC12F629 input boards which the sensors will be connected to, and this PCB gives the like kind of latching, momentary switch with timer, repeating timers, or a simple momentary timer. So these PIC chips and these inputs control, the actions of the sensor. So then we basically have 4 inputs on this PCB, and then 4 outputs. So the output's just a VCC 5 volts 20 MA output. So that's this PCB. These are the outputs. These ones here, and the input is, I think, down here. The inputs, and these are the outputs. There's a PIC chip. Power supplies here. I'll have to supply a power supply to these ones, but basically if you power this one up, all of these along here power up. So there's one power input for these 4 PIC chips. Alright. So these 4 outputs, I assume, would go into your board and send wirelessly, and then the receiving board here, your 8 outputs would connect, I suppose, to these 8 pins, and then it sends a signal along this cable here to this board here, which has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it has 12 LED boards. This has inputs here. Anyway, these inputs correspond with the LEDs. The LEDs will just light up, so you go, oh, that one's that one, that one's that one. So you don't really need to know. Just one little note. There's a couple of there's a ULA or something ULN. There's 2 chips in here. They pretty much have the same schematic, so they do the same thing. And these, basically, the whole concept with this board is that we've got any of these inputs. We can drive from these pins here. It's a ground and a positive. We can drive any other PCBs from these inputs. We can control, like chargers, and any other whole PCBs can then go out. So basically, CMOS or TTL type inputs. Then you come out here, and then they sort of control it. So basically, these two PCBs. These 2 PCBs, the display side, and this PCB is the action control input side of the behaviour of your inputs, how they're going to behave. So, but that's pretty much basic setup. All right, I'll hopefully this sort of explains it a little bit, and I think I might just sort of send you a power supply, and sort of connect it all up a little bit, and I'll just chuck some bubble wrap around it and send it to you. But this gives you a really good idea of the basics sort of behind the system, and I'll do a second video now that sort of takes it a little bit further, but don't worry too much about it. We can sort of think about all that later, but I'll give it to you just so you might pick up 1 or 2 things. Okay.